Alright, it's going to be, as soon as I pick character select, that's going to be 3, 2, 1, go.
Fire!
Get a short little cutscene that we can skip the first part of. So playing as Dr. C, first thing you're going to notice is that he has incredibly good range, especially with his special that I'm utilizing here. This special is, I mean, I hesitated to call it a good move, but it actually is a great move despite all the problems that I have with it. It is incredibly powerful because it does a lot of damage. You can see it's killing foot soldiers in one hit. That was rude. We'll deal with that in a moment. Kill this guy. But as you can see there, when that guy dodged my attack and came back and hit me, it has incredibly slow recovery. It takes 40 frames to recover to the ground. I'll talk a bit more about the mechanics here in the game in a second. We've already got our first boss fight. First room goes by very, very quickly. I think my PB to it is like a 104, so. Here we have Rocksteady. I'm hoping to be able to smother him within close attacks, where he won't be able to do anything. Perfect, 4-cycle boss fight. Go back over here to April. Here we get our lore, where Shredder kidnaps April, and Dawn was there to snatch her away from him the whole time, and does nothing, except chase after him. So anyway, stage 2 is where the mechanics are really going to start kicking more or less into, I guess, I shouldn't even really call it overdrive. It's just where we actually get to finally start really playing the game. It's also where we're going to see our primary form of speed tech and a strat called Jyoti Skip that was discovered earlier this year by a runner out of California named Josie Kandamu, who does run this game. Here we're just going to be clearing out the way of foot soldiers. Also going to see a tactic here I'm going to use, the throw. It's really, really good. It's much faster than the special. The only reason you don't see me spamming throw is because it has recovery. Take out these guys. Take the pizza just for safety. So here's the skip. We're going to move to the right, move back to the left. Hold down left diagonally. We're going to rhythmically, because I can talk today, tap attack. And for those who don't know, Dr. C wanted to be Spider-Man when he grew up, and now he's achieved that dream, because he's going to scale all the way to the wall, all the way to the side, glitch the building out, and here we have our boss fight. That's a massive time save. It saves 30 seconds and like something like 3 or 4 waves of enemies. We just don't have to deal with. Made very quick work of the boss there. I didn't get the glitch out like I wanted to. If I had not messed up that movement, then we would have glitched the manhole and would have jumped just into the road. So for the sewer, we have an instance of what I like to call Magic Pixel. We're going to be seeing 3 different strats of this and variances of the strat throughout the game. This is just the first instance. How Magic Pixel works is this. When you're on Magic Pixel, enemies can't see you. They can technically still hit me, but they're not going to try to because I'm in a spot where I'm completely safe, and they're just not going to hit me. No matter how much they may want to. Moving off Pixel here just to gain some speed. This is relatively safe as long as I make sure I can control movement pretty well. Done this quite a few times though, so I'm not super worried. And yeah, definitely some truth there from the emotes I see. This game's music is insane. It's so good. Moving back to Pixel, but I don't think I got it. Yeah, I definitely did not, but I'm going to try and rewind myself. This is going to be hard. I might take some damage here. We got not quite second try, but I am going to have to take some safety here. These guys are pretty trolly. They can... What they're going to do is they're going to try their best to stay out of my way. Sometimes they read inputs and they just dodge what I'm trying to do, and it's really obnoxious. There really isn't a whole lot I can do about that except just swing for the fences and hope for the best. These guys are just going to take out one by one. That was rude. See what I mean? Took a swing there and he just casually dodged it like I wasn't even trying to hit him. I don't know how I missed that guy. A few more guys here. We'll move to our boss. Baxter is by far the easiest boss in the game. We're going to line up here with the ladder. Perfect visual cues. Stand back on Pixel. Do 8 of these special attacks. Finish them off. Really, really simple. Short cutscene moves us on to the garage, which is not the hardest stage in the game by any stretch, but it's definitely the most important. Reason being is because we're allowed 1 death, and this is actually where we're going to take it. Which there is very much a reason why we want to take this death. For those that don't know, old arcade games utilize a system called the rank system, which some games today still use. Capcom even has still used it for like some of their more recent Resident Evil titles. what happens is, the better you're performing in a game, the more difficult the game is going to inherently be. And the game is going to internally adjust its difficulty based on that. Just slaughtering your way through hordes of enemies, the game's going to think, oh, this guy's really good, so we need to turn up the volume a little bit for him. So I took my death there. It's one of 2 optimal places I can take it. The other one is on this barrel. So what this is going to do is this is going to reduce the number of enemies that we have. For each of these single enemies that I'm taking out here, there'd be 3 of them if I hadn't taken that death. Moving on to our boss fight. With that rank pushed down, we actually have a chance to quick kill here, which wouldn't be possible if we didn't have rank. Or if we didn't have the rank pushed down. Perfect quick kill. Very good. Got an amazing little 4-cycle fight. That fight's a lot harder than it looks, but thanks to another runner of this game named Storm Pro, I did get some good advice on staying closer to them for the last couple cycles to make sure that I can optimize damage against them. This is the street. Pretty trolly stage because it's very big, as you can see. It's easily the biggest stage in the game from top to bottom. I'll let that car come in and take those guys out. How did that guy miss everything? Okay. Yeah, they're being turds right now. And that's really the hardest thing about this game. As much cool tech as it has, it also has a ton of RNG, so there's a lot you have to play around. I move up here to dodge this car, let that guy get hit, dodge those motorcycles as well. I didn't really want to hit that bomb, but that's okay. I didn't take much damage from it, at least. What's up, Supersonic? Get that pizza here in a second. I'm going to make sure I can stun lock these guys so I can kill them. I don't want to miss out on that. Spear guys are eternally a problem. Those guys are never not going to cause issues. Got a couple of those guys. A little trick here. I'm going to make sure I can kill as many of these guys as quickly as I can. If I don't kill them quickly enough, they spawn even more enemies. Like if I took too long there, it would have spawned as many as 1 or 2. By killing, if I went too slow, it would have spawned 2 enemies and I couldn't scroll the screen, so that was actually pretty optimal. For our skateboard stage we have here, here's our second instance of Magic Pixel. At the very top of the stage, we're completely immune to helicopter gunfire. Like I can just stay here on the top pixel, not jump, not attack, and they're never going to be able to hit me. It's a pretty gnarly little glitch. Actually, I should probably call that an exploit more than a glitch. So this part, however, is very random. Our goal here, since it's an auto-scroller, is we want to make sure we can spawn 4 enemies at the same time. We've got 3 right now, so that's a good start. Our 4th enemy can be a helicopter, or it can be another foot soldier. We want it to be another foot soldier. If it's a helicopter, then that means there's more we have to deal with. Okay, we got another foot soldier, that's good. So now what's going to happen is, I'm just going to not interact with these guys for a little bit. We're just going to wait for the stage to scam out. The reason why is because if I actually just kill an enemy right now, it's going to spawn another random enemy in its place, and there's no reason to fight anything that I can't deal with. Like, it could spawn a helicopter firing a machine gun at me, which isn't safe when you have to fight foot soldiers. It can spawn a helicopter that drops bombs, and that's even worse. I'd rather just have 4 guys that I can completely manipulate to my whim, like so. You can see me just moving around the screen, not caring about what anybody's doing. What I'm essentially doing is listening to the music for an audio cue. At the end of this 3rd music loop, I'll then get to kill them and we'll be able to complete the stage. Should never have an excuse for losing time in this stage, really. And then, let's go. Oh, missed the hit. This isn't that bad, though. I mean, that's annoying, don't get me wrong, because the gun guy has incredibly good range. But still, we didn't have to fight any more enemies and we survived. That's all that counts. Hop into the van.
Hang on, guys.
And someone let Mikey drive, so that's what we got. Alright, so the factory. This stage has killed more of my 1cc runs than any stage in the game, especially in marathons. So there's probably some points in this run where this part of the run where I'm going to probably be a little bit quiet just because I want to make sure I can focus. Make sure I can take these guys out. So this platform is our last instance of Magic Pixel. This is also the most important instance of it because these enemies are incredibly dangerous. If you don't get Pixel quickly like I just did, these guys will eat you alive. Like it is a nightmare to deal with these guys and the ensuing enemies here if I'm not able to get that. So I feel very fortunate that I was able to clip that so quickly. Come here. Alright, there we go. Pretty well. Not too bad. No, we're not quite done yet. There's still some instances where this can get really out of hand, especially right here with this quick cutscene we're going to have with the module reappearing. We've got these helicopter drones that are going to fly out shooting lasers. So I have two strats. First is to take the swing, then go to the top pixel. Not really magic so much, it just helps us line that up a little bit better. We're able to take them out in short order. More props to Stormcrow for that strat. They got these Rodneys. The dive kick is very effective against roadkill Rodneys, which is why you'll be seeing me use it often. Here we just gotta dodge the laser cannons. And here we have our boss. So this is Granitor. He's not the hardest boss in the game, but I think he's certainly the most obnoxious. He's very slow and lumbering. Hey, what's up, Murdoch? And you have to, for an optimal boss fight, you want to do a strat that's referred to by MMO players as kiting. Let me go ahead and get this for safety. Where you have to hit him and get him to follow you. Sadly, there's no faster strat than I've been able to discover aside from just making him chase you. I'm going to play safe here. He's being really awful. See, if he takes a swing before you're able to, he's always going to out-prioritize you. But if you can beat him with a punch, he's never going to get to touch you. Downside of the fight is that it takes quite a bit of time because, as mentioned, he's very, very slow-moving. And it takes 42 hits to be able to finish him off. I also can't approach him if he's a neutral, because then he'll get to hit me first. And if I try to approach him first and let him hit me, that's not good for me. Because he does 2 damage with every hit, which means he only needs 5 hits. And that's not even counting going to like all the stupid stuff he can do with the flamethrower. So we rescued Splinter.
Thank you.
This big yellow cutscene screen. Onto the Technodrome for our final gauntlet. Now I mentioned the factory is where most of my runs have ended. This is where all the rest of them have ended. Technodrome is everything the factory was and worse. It's just the factory is like the start of that. So really here, it's just a case hoping for the best. There's just so much that can and usually does go wrong. I did not want that back attack. This is really bad. Okay, so I got one spear guy down. That's good. Yeah, this song is pretty incredible for sure. So I took a little bit of damage, but we did okay. Let these guys pile out of the clown car. With some Rodneys. It's faster to kill these guys than let them try to troll you into the next section. So here I'm going to do some manip. Spawn these spear dudes. Come over here to the ice rays. And I can manipulate them to be able to miss me every single time as long as my execution is good. And we made it to the elevator. Pretty solid stuff there. For now, it's just a quick auto scroll to the bottom. We don't have to fight enemies. We just have to dodge these obstacles. Not too bad there. First goal is to kill one of these guys, because that way we can move to the pizza. I just took them all out anyway. I'm going to fight the Rodney solo. It's much, much safer to do this. At this point, it's more about survival than speed. That's not what I wanted. Sideways jump kick is trash. It's like the worst move in the game. Okay, so I'm going to let this guy come to me. I'm going to kill him that way. There we go. Okay. That's not good. I might be dead here. Alright, I gotta deal with this. This is mean. Yeah, that was pretty obnoxious. I had to do some serious mitigation there. So for Trag, we're gonna do similar things to what we did with Granitor, but we have a couple of advantages. First of all, he starts on the right side of the screen, which means we can set up this horizontal kill strat where we can juke him like this and try to get in all our damage before he can get some in. Second, if we lose traction of that and we get to start moving vertical, like I'm doing now, he's going to be a lot faster than Granitor was when he chases us. So we get to, on average, be able to kill him a lot faster than we could his partner. Go ahead and snag that. Did not want that to happen, but okay. He's almost dead, though. I think it's like a 48 hit fight. Pretty quick. Not too bad. Gonna finish him off for our last 2 bosses. Hope we can hang on to this life. So for our second part of our boss rush, here we have Krang. Krang is known for being casually extremely difficult, but he's one of the bosses that I very much enjoy unlocking for other players. He's really easy if you're playing Donatello. As long as your timing is good, he can't get in on you. You just do this and move back and turn around, and he's never going to be able to touch me as long as I keep doing this correctly. The scary part is when I have to change sides by doing like something like that. Wow, I haven't seen Rocket Arm in a second. Okay. I guess I got a little too far away. hopefully there shouldn't be too much more trolling. Rocket Arm does do a lot of damage. That was 4 damage of the 10 that I already have. So for Shredder, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of safety strats. That being said, even with all the safety you can have in this fight, it's a really long fight. Krang has 56 HP, and no matter what you hit him with, it only does 1 point each. It's now to Shredder. Hardest boss in the game. We're basically basing this entire fight on a coin flip, which I hope I don't lose. I would very much like to expose the fake one first for an easier fight, but there's no guarantee of that. In the meantime, I'm going to dodge these beams that he's shooting at us from behind. Alright, so it looks like we got the real one first. That means we're going to be in for a little bit harder fight, but we can still manage this, I think. Just have to be very, very mindful of what's going on. Oof. See, this is why this gets hard when you lose the flip. Having beam come from both sides can be a real hazard. The beam is a one-shot death. Like, it actually just kills you one hit. I could be mixing this up with special attacks, but that's really, really dangerous when you have beams coming from both sides. So I'm going to keep it safe. I'd rather just make sure I can finish this out. Not really much else to say about the fight. Let's just hope for the best. It's a pretty long fight. Shredder has a lot of health. I think he has something like 84 health, I want to say. So we've got a bit to go, and that's not even counting like the fake ones. The fake ones have much less health, but the cool thing is we can utilize this exploit where the other one can't do anything but shoot beam at me as long as I don't interact with him. Lucky I was able to get out of that. That beam hits you like the frame it comes out. It's really scary. As long as I can keep my vertical distance from the other one, we should be okay. Oh, whoa, 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 cowboy. Hang on there. Put that gun away. Okay, so we got the real one exposed. So now we just need to make sure we can finish him off. Time is going to be when the Technodrome appears. That's our death. Nice little 1cc there. And I'm actually going to split my own timer too, but feel free to go ahead and split. That's going to be time. Whew, great run. That's only my second ever 1cc in a marathon of this game, and I think I timed it out at a 17:06 on my own timer. Yeah, it's what appeared out on the stream, so that's really cool. Very good run. So I didn't get to show off all the optimal strats. Like I lost the Shredder coin flip, so I didn't get to show off the exploit where you just don't let the fake one interact with you ever again. Because that strat's really funny to watch, and I also didn't get a perfect Krang fight because he did hit me with a rocket arm that one time. But other than that, a 1cc in a marathon of this game is nothing I'm ever going to be unhappy with. So